Hi everyone! Welcome to Drunk History. We have our friend Morgan here today to talk about temperance.
Hello.
So Morgan, tell me about women in temperance.
So, in the 19th century, the 1800s,
Right?
people drank a lot. There was like a lot of drinking. There are some statistics from this documentary that Ken Burns did
Oh yeah.
about the lead up to Prohibition that claimed in 1830 the average American over the age of 15 drank about 88 bottles of whiskey every year.
That's a lot more.
It's a stupid amount. They drank it for breakfast and I assume probably lunch and dinner. Back then, it was a very man-led world. And so when men would leave work, they would just go and spend all their money on booze and then come back home with no money. And they were very drunk and kind of abusive. Well, I say
good.
kind of. But yeah, it's very bad.
What did the women back then do about it?
They were very mad. And so they created the women's
Christian.
Temperance Union to try to combat it.
Okay.
They did not believe that alcohol was good at all. They thought it was very, very bad. So they started out with just saying that, alcohol should be drunk in moderation. And then they turned to saying that alcohol should not be drunk at all, nationwide. In 1908,
Okay.
the Women's Christian Temperance Unit was organized in every state and territory, the District of Columbia, and more than 10,000 different localities. They brought a lot of women together from all over the country under the same goal: to rid America of its societal alcohol use because it was destroying the families. Women didn't necessarily have that much control in society at that point in history, but they did have access to the educational system. There was one woman who did a lot for the cause.
Who was that?
That they had. Her name was Mary Hatchet Hutch. Hutch? What was her name?
Her name was Mary Hunt, actually.
Mary
Who was Mary Hunt? Morgan?
Hunt. She was a person that pushed very hard for people to not drink at all. She was a teacher. She originally taught chemistry and physiology. She taught chemistry and physiology. In her obituary to the Illinois issue.
You have that on you?
Yeah, I do. Let me read it
What does it say,
verbatim. Mary, she said, the obituary for her said, it was while assisting her son in some chemical experiments during his course at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology that Mrs. Hunt's attention was first called to the nature and consequent effects of alcohol as a beverage. This was the moment when she realized that alcohol was bad. That was in her obituary. So she really believed it. She was like, no more alcohol. That's very bad for you. And all the students were like, whoa, why? And she's like, because I said so. She tried to get at least two persons from everywhere, from every city, to go along with her plan to say that alcohol was very bad. Mary Hunt really wanted all those textbooks to be changed, saying that alcohol had no medicinal use and that it was very bad and evil, and to change them in all schools according to her beliefs. She had the school boards make sure that what they were reading or what they were being taught was that alcohol was very bad and was basically a poison. She was brainwashing these kids. She wrote a book called History of the Decade of Drunkenness. And it was basically just saying how alcohol was very bad. She said that it was poison, that beers and wines and ciders were all products of fermentation, and that fermentation turned food into poison.
Were there other movements about alcohol?
I'm glad you asked, because there was another movement that it was STI. Not that one. The Scientific Temperance Initiative.
No.
Institution.
No.
Informativation.
No.
The Scientific Temperance Instruction that basically agreed with her, saying that poison was very bad. That that alcohol was very bad. It was basically just poison. There were some people that disagreed with Mary. So she called them drunks. She called them drunks and loveless. And she was like, yo, what I'm saying is true, and y'all need to listen to me. This is bad for America. And you guys don't see it, but I do. I see how bad this is for America, and y'all need to listen. Mary Hunt didn't live to see Prohibition. But she did put the message forward from the Women's Christian Temperance Union. These kids grew up believing that alcohol is poison and very bad, and they then pushed for prohibition in the 1920s.